Hey guys, how's it going? Here's something I've noticed, and this has always been going on, but I want to bring it to light. If you put out a gun rights video, or a gun video, or even if you talk to people out in public, in everyday life about gun rights, and how you're a responsible gun owner, and the Second Amendment, there's always those people out there. And their first argument is they blame you, the responsible gun owner, the good guy with a gun. They blame you and say that by you talking about gun rights, you're somehow enabling or helping these people who do crazy things with guns and commit these crimes with guns that make the news and such. And they try to make you feel guilty that if you own a gun or if you talk about gun rights, that you're somehow responsible for anything that any crazy psychopath or mentally deranged person ever does with a gun. It's your fault because you're helping to promote guns and promote the gun industry. And that's what their argument is. I run into them all the time, and so do you guys. And here's what I have to say to those people. Do you own a car? And if you do, and you buy a car, well, there's a lot of car accidents. A lot of people die in car accidents. A lot of people drive recklessly. There's maniacal drivers that purposely drive over people. There's people that just due to their speed and weaving through traffic kill people every day. So does that make you culpable for some crazy driver that kills an innocent family on their way home from school? Well, no, you would say, because you drive safe. That doesn't apply to you. Oh, it doesn't? Well, there you go. By you buying a car, you're supporting the auto industry. And yes, automobiles are used in dangerous ways and in evil ways. And people end up dying in cars all the time. But you bought a car, so you supported that industry. What about alcohol? If you think that anyone that owns a gun is supporting dangerous people with guns or bad guys with guns, do you have a beer after work? Do you maybe go to a party every once in a while and drink? Now, I get it. Maybe you never drink and drive. Maybe you never get drunk and beat your wife, and I hope you don't. But you're supporting the alcohol industry by buying alcohol, if you want to use your logic. And there's a lot of bad death and a lot of bad things that happen due to alcohol. So, and if you want to use your logic about guns, then I guess anyone that's ever bought one beer is supporting an industry that takes lives and causes a lot of pain and suffering. How about pets? If you're going to come up to me and say, because I'm talking about gun rights, that somehow I'm partially responsible or I'm somehow, contributing to any kind of crazy person that does a shooting, do you own a pet? Now, you might own a pet and train your pet properly. You might keep your pet indoors. Maybe no one sees your pet, but guess what? There's some pet owners who mistreat their animals, don't take care of their dog, make their dog mean by the way they raise it, and leave the dog run around with no leash. And a lot of people are maimed and killed with dogs every year. So are you responsible being a pet owner because there's someone else that owns a pet and that pet is causing damage or death to other people? Are you raising your kids properly? Because a lot of the problems we're having right now is people have mental illnesses that aren't being taken care of properly. And we have a lot of just spoiled, rotten brats who have never been taught to have responsibility, morals, ethics, or any type of God in their life. Are you taking care of that? That's what I have to say to people who want to ridicule gun owners such as myself and such as you all, and say that just because you own a gun and you support the Second Amendment and you stand for freedom and liberty, that it's somehow your fault because you're good with your gun and you would never take a life just to take it. You would only use your gun to protect yourself, to protect your family, and to save lives. But they somehow want to tie you into it. So I just wanted to mention that to whoever you out there. You run into people, and that's their first argument. Think about those analogies I just gave you. And here's the kicker, guys. Here's the deal. For people that think that just because people own a gun, that they're somehow dangerous, even though 99.9% of us aren't, and that we're the problem, here's a stat for you. Legal gun owners have over 200 million guns and 12 trillion rounds of ammo. If we were the problem, you'd know it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.